What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the penultimate episode of Kemono Jihen. This one's titled Memories, and is almost certainly going to be memories of Akira and his brother's childhood in the snowy village, and what actually ends up happening to the brother. Because something's up with the brother. Like, there's something inconsistent about his character from what Akira seems to remember and seems to expect, and that all stems from the brother forcing Akira away and say, go find Inagami in the city, go, 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 go. Presumably saving her, and maybe sacrificing himself for whatever purpose. Because this village is very, very intent on keeping those two safe and every need met, and, like, they're treated really well, but not well, if you know what I mean. Like, it is... I think it's kind of like the birdcage sort of analogy, right? Like, yes, you're kept very well, but you're constantly aware that you are caged. You can't do anything, really. You're just stuck here, and whilst you may be taken care of, that's all you've got, right? Whether there's another purpose, like, there is the myth that, right, if anything happens to them, then, like, doom befalls the village or something. I think they mentioned that last time. So I don't know if that's just the only reason. I guess we'll see. And also, why the hell does he have the null stone embedded in his chest like that? This is the brother we're talking about. Why? What caused that? Was that his own choice to break free? Was that what he was used for? I don't know quite what that ended up being, but it's obviously the cause of his change in personality and his actions, which ultimately ended up in Shikigabane and Inagami being frozen and brought up to Akira in his room. So I don't know how we get out of that. Like, can we get out of that ice? I don't know. Were we prepared for it? I mean, as soon as the Inagami noticed that it was a Yukiona, surely he must have had like a countermeasure planned or something. Kabane will be fine. He just needs to somehow get out of the ice, but also, they've got the pink sheep android thing that Kira has. That should be able to do something. I mean, probably can produce some heat or something to melt the ice, and they'll be fine. But yeah, I guess we'll see where that goes. To be fair, Shiki's backstory ended up very, very dark. Way darker than I think we all expected. I wonder if they're going to give Akira the same treatment and have an even darker backstory behind that. Because right now, it's not been particularly dark, at least not in the way we've seen it, because it's mostly been from Akira's perspective, right? So maybe if we start digging into the brother a little more, we might start to see some of the darker elements of the story, because they've given us some really dark backstory before already. I would not be hugely surprised if they did it again, but I think they'd wrap it up this episode. We do still have one more after this, but I feel like, do you end on Akira backstory as your grand finale of your show? I don't know, it just feels a bit of an odd choice, but I don't know how they're actually going to end this show. I really don't know which direction they're going to go, so I guess we'll see. Anyway, as per usual, these are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see full picture-in-picture, you go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on this channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons, certain backdated shows, Patreon request shows, there's movies on there as well. There's a lot of shows that you can find access to, all filtered, so you can just go to the tag section, find what show you want to find. You can see my entire listings of all of them, so that's all easily findable on there. But here on YouTube we have to do timer based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We'll watch this one on Funimation since that's who licensed it this season. Hopefully we don't have any issues with Funimation today. Past couple of days I've been having some shaky moments with them mid-recording, so we'll see what happens. We have the Bandai visual logo, then the Funimation logo, so about 11 seconds of logos, give or take. I'll call them out as they go past, and you can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell me the scene transitioning. Pro tip, look at this part of my headset. It's quite reflective and should show off the intro logos and such going off very easily. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Bandai visual. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Yep. Hi, Akira. Oof. Hmm. Completely out of touch. But left them alone. I don't think they are. There we go. I'll do P time. Yeah, Kabane, that wouldn't kill him at all. I don't think there's much risk of that. Inagami probably had some form of defense. Shiki's the only one that's really, like, in somewhat of danger. They even mentioned, like, Ice and Silk, not a good combo. So, alright, here we go. Huh. Pretty clever. Hmm. Oh, Chief of the Village, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Aw. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Ah, this is where it's enshrined. Okay. What? Ew! Holy shit! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting idea. Hmm. Always had for Kira. Hmm. Yeah, that one little lifeline. Mm-hmm. Probably. Oh. Oh no. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Melting on their own though. Huh? Is it his life zone helping or what? Holy shit. Ah. And just grows it all back. Mm-hmm. That'll be the one. Yeah. Hmm. Back from my break. Never will admit it himself, but yes. Hmm. Oh. What? That's gotta be an act. There's no way this is genuine. Hmm. 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 Is your way to get them out? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Only 4%. Oh, hello. Just casually. The Null Stone instead. Hmm. Oh. That's certainly tempting information. If true. God damn it, Ari. Hmm. Very true. Hmm. Uh, I I think I understand what they're on about. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Holy shit. They'd never let you kill yourself. They'd also just do that. Hmm. And that's how. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yep. So went for the Null Stone. And the Null Stone wipes the barren wasteland so something you can. Okay, I see it. I see it. Actually, not. Oh, Jesus. Oh boy. Complicated. Oh boy. Maybe they are going to make this the final part as well. May be able to learn. Hmm. That's very advanced technology, but awesome. Hmm. Yeah. Alright, they are going to leave it as a final part. Oh boy. I went quick. So yeah, that story is a little darker than I expected. They did mention that males in the Yukiono, in the Snowy Village, only come back like, what, every 100 years or so? How do they keep themselves going? And why do they treat the males so highly? Well, it wasn't pee. It wasn't pee. It's pretty messed up. I mean, that honestly is a hentai plot point, isn't it? I swear I've seen at least 3, 4 hentais that have used a similar premise in a less negative light. That is pretty dark. Kemono incidents. All right. Well then, yeah, that was a bit of a darker turn on that. Hmm. Hmm. So yeah, it's these the males of the village are there with the task of keeping the entire village alive and to keep going. I don't know what the lifespan of like Mukyon or Unioko are. I assume it's not too dissimilar from that of a human lifespan. Although for 100 years, I don't know about that. Um, so yeah, he's there purely for breeding, essentially. Hence why they're taken such good care of. They can't leave because without any males, there is no way for the village to survive at all. They would never bring in someone outside the village because you wouldn't have humans mixed in with that at all. It's got to be pure blood. Um, yeah, and wanted to spare Akira that same fate. Yeah, that's fairly dark. I mean, it depends on context, right? It very much depends on context because it's portrayed very dark here because it's forced. He doesn't have a choice, and yeah. But depending on how you take that exact same scenario, I can definitely think of a couple of off brands, as it were, that utilize that same premise, but do it in a way where the guy is way more accepting of his responsibilities. But let's remember, these kids, they're twins. That would make them 13, 14. So, yeah, that's dark. I mean, I think Japan. Well, here's the thing. I don't know what age of consent is in Japan. Well, almost certainly, Yui wasn't consenting. Like, let's be honest. Um, but I think in Western society, that is obviously straight out of order. In Japan, I can't remember if they've changed it since I learned about it, or if it's not as like, okay, yes, it's legal but not looked upon well. I don't know how that consent works for age in Japan, because like I've heard it is like 13, but at the same time I've also heard that it's like, well, maybe you won't be legally punished if it's consenting 13, but it's not exactly viewed upon well and does still have legal consequence. I don't know, but yeah, darker story than I was expected, and they're going to continue it on into the finale. But they have dangled the little bit of information in front of Kabane that, hey, this learning about the Null Stone might help you find your parents. So they're tying Kabane into this story a bit more as well, which is nice. It's interesting to see Nomaru now don his form, because we've seen Kon use hers, and now we've just seen Nomaru. So yeah, it's a shame that Kon isn't as prevalent in this part of the show, but whatever. It's nice to see Inari back though, because yeah, she's been kind of absent through a lot of it, but now that she's back, it's nice to hear Hanzawa again, basically. Yeah, another good episode. I'm excited to see the conclusion. I wonder what this means for the Snow Village. He successfully got the Null Stone. I don't think he's fully in control of it necessarily. I think he's probably suffering through it. But does that mean the Snow Village is... Is the Snow Village still there? Is it gone? What happened to it? I mean, it's a horrible practice to be in, but it also seems like... It also seems like it's unavoidable to an extent. Like, I don't think it's not by anyone's choice that there's only a male every 100 odd years. I don't believe. Like, it doesn't seem like anyone's choosing for that to be the tradition, unless they are, in which case that gets even darker, that they're selective with what males they keep. That would be even darker. But it just seems the nature of Yuki Ono. And without a if they don't have a more prominent lifespan than that of humanity, 100 years is quite significant. I'm interested to see if they explore any more of that, but that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the ones as much as I did. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's finale, as well as just the rest of the Winter 2021 live that is wrapping up here on the channel this week. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.